Hello friends. And in this video I will tell you how easy it is to grow cucumbers in packages, and after watching the video to the end, you will definitely want to try this method. Because it saves space in your garden. As well as the harvest of cucumbers, you will get much earlier, and it will be more abundant than growing just in the beds. And now you see the result of growing cucumbers in buckets on the water. The harvest is also large and early, and I will leave a link to a video about this method in the upper right corner in the tips. Actually, we proceed to the method of growing in packages. We will need a 2-layer black film that is 5 feet wide. And the height of the package should be 15 inches. Marks this size and cut it off with scissors. Then we divide this piece of film into 3 parts. From one such strip we will get 3 packages for cucumbers. Accordingly, from this you will be able to make calculations of how many meters of film you will need to purchase for your volume of cucumbers. Such sizes are not taken for nothing. The volume of the package will be about 5 gallons. Which will be enough for growing cucumbers. Taking into account that we will also make the soil inside the package more nutritious. Then, using a tape measure, we divide a piece of film into 3 equal parts. We spread the film on a wooden surface. We take an ordinary newspaper and a soldering iron with a thick sting. The thicker the soldering iron tip is, the wider the seam will be, which means it will be much stronger. I slowly run it over the newspaper. The film sticks together but does not burn through. And look at how tight the seam turned out. What a strong connection, and it also turns out to be wide enough, which is very convenient when cutting. Now we take any bar, lay it out clearly in the center of the seam and cut it with a knife. Accordingly, now we have packages sealed on both sides at once. Now we move on to the next stage of growing in packages. Since this method implies that cucumbers will drag up, which means you need to prepare a trellis for this, it is best to use a plastic mesh or from a thick fishing line. And you can fix it with wire or plastic puffs. Thus, the installation of the grid will take place very quickly. But now it's time to install the packages. Fill the bucket with soil and put a bag on top of it, but not to the end, but leave about 2 inches. Turn it over, so that the soil presses the edges of the package and does not spill out. Thus, we get a package without a bottom, but very tightly standing on the ground. Then you need to put food in the bags, which will be enough for the entire growing season. I use rotted cow manure. I add 1 gallon of manure to the package and also add half a gallon of sand. It will act as a baking powder. Then you need to mix all this food and sand with the soil layer. It is here that the entire root system will develop. The advantage of the fact that there is no bottom here is that the soil will not dry out quickly in the package, and the growth of cucumber roots will not be limited by the volume of soil in the package. When the root system greatly increases, it will go lower into the ground, but the bulk of the roots will be in this package. And since it is black, it will warm up well. Cucumbers love warm soil and therefore will bear fruit abundantly. Now I will list to you all the advantages of such cultivation. The first is due to the fact that there is a small amount of soil in the package, then we can fertilize it well. Unlike applying nutrition to the whole vegetable garden, also due to the fact that the package is black, as I said, the soil will warm up faster and cucumbers will bear fruit better. Another plus, as you can see, is growing in 2 tiers. Cucumbers grow in the upper tier, and onions grow quietly in the garden below. And this means using the vegetable garden more productively horizontally and vertically. And as you can see, I have missed about 2 inches of soil to the top, and now I will show you why this is necessary. If you do not have seedlings, we just plant the seed in this package, and then we fill these 2 inches of underdone soil with mulch. I use straw. It needs to be torn into small pieces so that it is convenient to lay. And we need this so that the upper part of the soil does not dry out and is not covered with a dense crust. Thus, when watering, moisture will quickly penetrate to the entire depth of the package, and the soil will remain loose and airy. Well, now we are doing abundant watering, and do not worry that water may stagnate in the package. It will go into the soil under the package because it does not have a bottom. Well, friends, I have already told you all the advantages of this method. And if you subscribe to my channel, then you will see the harvest itself. The method is very simple and affordable. Therefore, if you liked it, be sure to plant at least 1 bush in this way, and in the following years you will definitely switch to such cultivation. If the video was interesting, please like it. Don't forget to share with your friends. And also subscribe to my channel so as not to miss the release of new videos. I wish you a good day. See you in the new videos.